Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen have continued their strong form into the 24-25 season. Alonso's tactical approach, which blends disciplined possession with aggressive pressing, has seen Leverkusen dominate their opponents, playing with the confidence and intensity. After leading the club to an unbeaten title last season, Alonso now faces the challenge of guiding Leverkusen to back-to-back league titles. Here is how you can recreate his tactics in FC25. Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen have lined up in a 3-4-2-1 system and structure this season. Now, this structure may change from time to time. You might see a 4-2-3-1, allowing for the likes of Frimpong to play slightly higher up the field and a bit more of an attacking role down that right-hand flank. But Xabi Alonso wants his side playing with three centre-backs, allowing them to press aggressively higher up the field, but also have enough back to defend against the transition attacks. So, of course, Xabi Alonso is a manager that likes to tweak tactical setups and player roles. Now, for the second version of the Bayer Leverkusen tactics, I have gone ahead and altered a few player instructions in order to try and replicate that very efficiently. This 3-4-2-1 structure has been revolutionary in the success of Bayer Leverkusen under Xabi Alonso. The Bayer Leverkusen team tactics will consist of a build-up style set to short passing. This is how Xabi Alonso wants his side playing, consistently looking to build their attacks out from the back into the backline and then looking to progress it further forward. You will see the two central midfielders dropping quite deep at times to help assist in that first phase of the build-up play, and this will allow for Leverkusen to have a successful offensive platform to build their attacks off of. Leverkusen under Alonso are all about trying to control and dominate the opposition, so the Leverkusen midfield are essential in trying to drop deep at times and help support the ball carrier with passing options. This in turn will help maintain control and assert Bayer Leverkusen's dominance over the opposition. For the defensive approach, it should be set to high with the line height being set to 85, as Xabi Alonso wants his backline pressing higher up the field at times and looking to minimize the attacking space that the opposition can use to exploit them. Now, of course, with this high press, you will see that front line, and it could be a 3 or a 5-man front line pressing the opposition high up the field, looking to clog passing lanes and angles, win the ball back, and create swift transition attacking movements. Onto the individual player roles, and we'll start off at the front with the striker in Boniface, who will be set to the role of target forward with the focus being set to wide. Boniface has proven to be a fantastic centre forward when it comes to holding the ball up and linking the play with the two number 10s just in behind him. He's also been allowed to drift into those wider zones and link the play very effectively with the wider attackers. This means that he will look to arc his runs into those wider zones at times, holding the ball up, linking the play, or even launching attacks from those wider areas of the pitch. Alonso has demanded that his centre forward will often look to pin one of the centre backs, making sure that there is a lot of space generated in between the lines for the two number 10s just in behind them. And speaking of your two number 10s, the left attacking midfielder will be Florian Wirtz, and he'll be set to the role of half winger with the focus being set to attack. This will allow Wirtz to frequently interchange with Garcia as well as Grimaldo down that left hand side and look to be a wide playmaker, generating either a cross or a cutback opportunity from that wider area of the pitch. This will allow Wirtz to break in behind a fair amount, get on the ball, and either create a shot opportunity for himself or, like I mentioned, allow him to create a chance for one of his teammates. For the right attacking midfielder in Martin Terrier, he'll be set to the role of shadow striker with the focus being set to attack. Now, when Boniface does drift out wide, it does open up a lot of central space for your right attacking midfielder to drift into and act as the focal point at times in the attack. This will see Terrier being very involved on the edge of the box play, either looking to pop off a shot or rotate the play sufficiently on the edge of the area, whilst also sometimes looking to play in and around the same space as the natural centre forward. He will pose as an obvious goal-scoring threat from those crosses or cutback opportunities. Into the wider zones of the team, and the right midfielder in Jeremy Frimpong will be set to the role of winger with the focus being set to attack. This will allow him to get into those more attacking zones higher up the pitch, looking to be an obvious goal-scoring outlet for the side down that right-hand space. Frimpong will be allowed to roam into the attacking space, using his pace to break in behind and exploit the opposition down the right-hand side, looking to whip in crosses or maybe generate cutback opportunities for the attackers inside those central zones. Whereas onto your left midfielder, the likes of Grimaldo will be set to the role of wide playmaker with the focus being set to attack. This will see the likes of Grimaldo drifting inside and allowing Wirtz to operate as the natural winger for the team, and you will see Grimaldo interchanging passing sequences in the central midfield zones and allow for Bayer Leverkusen to maintain their dominance over the opposition. With this role in place, it will still allow for Grimaldo to drop deep at times and help formulate a successful back four, looking for him to defend that wider left space. Moving on into the central midfield zone, and the likes of Garcia, a new signing over the summer, was brought in to bring a bit more technical capability to the side, helping Bayer Leverkusen effectively break down the deep blocks. So Garcia will be set to the role of playmaker with the focus being set to roaming. He'll be on the edge of the area looking to help facilitate and rotate play, whilst also looking to feed the attackers in the box with those quick through balls. A lot of Bayer Leverkusen's attacks have stemmed from those central areas of the field, and this means that Garcia as well as Xhaka will be very important in trying to break down the opposition's defensive line. Now speaking of Xhaka, he'll be set to the role of deep lying playmaker with the focus being set to defend. He'll be one of the deepest lying midfield players, at times looking to collect the ball from either the goalkeeper or the centre backs and then play those line breaking passes further forward. Xhaka has also been well known to collect the ball in those deeper zones and play those longer passes in behind to try and create those quick transition moments. The three centre backs in Hincapie, Tar as well as Tapsoba will have different roles. The two wider centre backs will be set to ball playing defenders with the focus being set to build a play, and this will see them looking to collect the ball from the goalkeeper in that first phase of the build-up play and play those line-breaking passes either into the midfield zones or further forward into the attackers. They will be in charge of looking to defend those wider spaced areas, looking to go up against the opposition and be very physical and imposing down the flanks. Now, what I have noticed with this role in play is when possession is lost for Bayer Leverkusen, whichever side the ball is on, that side centre-back will look to step up and impose himself and be ready to engage with the opposition higher up the pitch, allowing for a successful back two to form and try and cover for that centre-back. Whereas the middle centre-back in Jonathan Tah will be set to the role of defender with the focus being set to defend. He will be the deepest lying outfield player, at times looking to maintain the defensive line and also be very physically imposing towards the opposition, often looking to clear his lines very effectively, looking to physically dominate and bully the opposition attackers, whilst making sure that the backline of Bayer Leverkusen is kept in check. And then finally onto Fredeki, who will have the role of goalkeeper with the focus being set to balanced. This will see the likes of Fredeki sometimes leave his line, look to get higher up the pitch and be very involved in breaking up the potential attacking through balls that the opposition might be looking to launch. This means that he'll be able to recover the ball and then circulate it back into possession of either the defenders, the midfielders, or the attack with a quick long ball fired further forward. The goalkeeper has proven to be a very important position for Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen, as he'll often look to initiate the attacking outlets from the backline regions, looking to play those shorter passes into the midfielders or potentially the centre-backs, or maybe even looking to go longer with it and create that quick transition up front with the strikers. So when in possession of the ball, this is more or less the shape and structure that you will see with Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen. The likes of Boniface staying up front and being the focal point in the attack, often looking to drift along the opposition's backline, picking one of the weaker defenders, pinning them down, and then linking the play from that space. Just in behind them will be Martin Terrier, like I mentioned earlier, looking to drift into those attacking spaces that Boniface does leave open and available to him, and you will see a good combination play occur between Boniface as well as Terrier in those central areas of the field. Out wide, you'll have the likes of Wirtz being that half wing and looking to facilitate attacking opportunities from that left-hand space, whilst being assisted by Grimaldo as well as Aleix Garcia, looking to combine frequently in that left-hand zone, often creating good passing triangles, drawing the opposition into that left-hand space, and then firing a quick pass into the central zones where the opposition may have vacated and created a lot more space for the attackers in and around those areas. Of course, with Grimaldo in this role, you will see him either attacking down the byline or potentially inverting and combining with the other midfielders and even the likes of the striker at times, getting into those more advanced attacking areas. Whereas for Jeremy Frimpong, you might see him operating solely down that right-hand space, looking to get in behind the opposition's back line, breaking in with pace, looking to exploit and expose them by whipping in a cross or a cutback. And then, of course, centrally, you have Xhaka in this role, looking to collect the ball deep and then play those line-breaking passes further forward, aided by Garcia, who will also be able to drop quite deep at times and assist in that first phase of the build-up play, often collecting the ball from the goalkeeper and then looking to transition and progress it further forward. He is a powerful runner with the ball at his feet and can look to link the play between the midfield and the attack very effectively. And then, of course, you've got your three centre-backs who will look to press higher up the field and add to the pressing structure that we have seen from Bayer Leverkusen, whilst also looking to maintain the pressure on the opposition by winning the aerial duels against their forwards when the opposition have launched that longer ball forward in order to try and create that outlet, but having three capable aerially dominant centre-backs that can win the ball back and maintain Bayer Leverkusen's possession. Now, there will be several role changes with this Bayer Leverkusen side. It does depend on the attacking structure that Xabi Alonso wants his side to display, but also it is dependent on the defensive structures that the likes of Bayer Leverkusen come up against. Now, starting off with your striker, Boniface will be set to the role of advanced forward with the focus being set to complete, which will still see Boniface drifting into those wider spaces, looking to potentially pin down one of the defenders and link the play very effectively in those wider zones, whilst also looking to be the focal point in the box, making those advanced runs in behind the opposition's backline, proving to be a bit more of a transition attacker in brief moments. The right attacking midfielder Interior will now have the role of half winger with the focus being set to balanced, which will see him combine with Frimpong down that right hand space, either facilitating a cross or a cutback, or maybe just being on the edge of the box looking to help rotate the play. The left attacking midfielder in Florian Wirtz will have a bit more of a central dominant role, looking to drift into those central zones, help facilitate alongside Garcia as well as Xhaka and trying to break down the opposition's defensive setup, whilst also being able to drop deep at times, collect the ball in those deeper spaces and then drive forward with the ball, looking to either link the play higher up the pitch or look to create aggressive overloads in those final third zones. And one of the bigger changes that we do see is the likes of Grimaldo being set to the role of wide midfielder with the focus being set to defend. This will see him looking to drop back at times into that left back role, looking to help defend alongside Hincapié down that left hand space, but it will also see him looking to attack in those wider zones, and this role will successfully allow for him to create an attacking outlet down that left hand space. And even though the likes of Garcia's role does not change, it will still be set to playmaker with the focus being set to roaming. Due to the fact that Florian Wirtz will be dropping into the midfield zones, it will allow for Garcia to operate slightly higher up the field at times and get into those more attacking and advanced positions on the field. Now, the structure of the attacking outlet will definitely change with the various different player role changes. Of course, Boniface will be looking to play off of the shoulder of the opposition's backline, breaking in behind a bit more, often looking to provide a few more attacking runs in behind, and in turn this will stretch the play and generate a bit more space between the lines for a Wirtz or potentially one of your attacking players in and around those zones. But of course, Boniface will be allowed to drift into the wider areas if needed or required, and looking to maybe pin down one of the opposition backline players and link up the play very effectively. Now, just in behind him will be Wirtz, looking to take up that chief creator playmaker role, allowing him to dictate the pace of play and combine very effectively in those central areas of the field. Now, this offensive structure does allow you to overload and overwhelm down that right-hand side, allowing for Terrier to combine with Frimpong and look to try and overload and exploit the opposition. Whereas down the left-hand side, you will have the likes of Garcia combining every now and then with Wirtz, but the likes of Grimaldo will be key in order to try and generate the width down the left-hand space. And like I've already mentioned, it will allow for Garcia to drift slightly further forward, allowing for Wirtz to maintain that central role. And of course, this will all be aided by the likes of Xhaka covering for those two more attacking midfielders and allow for him to sweep up and cover just in behind them. And lastly, onto the player assignments, the captain should be Hradecky, but when he's off the field, it could be the likes of Jonathan Tah, or maybe even a Granit Xhaka at times. Now, for the free kicks, it is going to be left up to Grimaldo, as he does have an 89 free kick rating, but when he's off the field, I've seen the likes of Wirtz take a free kick. I've also seen Xhaka step up from time to time himself. Boniface is the designated free kick taker when on the pitch, or it could be the likes of Patrick Schick when he's on the field. And then for the corners, it should be the likes of Wirtz for the left, as well as Grimaldo for the right, as the likes of Xabi Alonso does want them delivering in swinging corner kicks. And then for those players that will be targeted in those attacking zones, the target player should be Jonathan Tah, as he does pose as a physical aerial threat. And then the near post should be Tapsoba, of course, another physical aerial threat. And then the back post could be Boniface. Now, I have seen Boniface also make those near post runs from time to time. It does depend on which area they are targeting for that particular set piece. There we go, people. That is how I would successfully go ahead and replicate and recreate Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen tactics for the 24-25 season for FC25, of course. I do hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you don't mind smashing that like button down below, whilst also subscribing if you are new to the channel and you like the content, it would be much appreciated by yours truly if you could hit that big red subscription button. We are on the road to 15k. So if you would like to join up with the channel and be a part of that journey, that would be goddamn fantastic. And if you are interested in joining up with the Brom Squad Gaming Discord server, the link for that will be down below in the description. Consider clicking on it. It is free, of course. We discuss everything real life football. We discuss everything FC25. We share career mode saves and ideas. We share tactics on there as well. So if you are interested in that, please do consider joining up as well. Anyways, we are going to hop on into some gameplay where we will discuss both of these tactics in further detail. Okay, people, Leverkusen versus Frankfurt. Grimaldo looking to play into that half-winger role of Florian Wirtz, who will look to attack, but there's no central attackers. Look at that. That's simply amazing. Oh, my goodness me. Nice line-breaking pass. There we go. There we go. And look at Frimpong. Is he in here? He is in, indeed. Using his pace, breaking in behind, exposing the opposition.
Bruh.
That's just too... Oh, my God. I thought he was onside. Tapsoba, Mamush, great goal. Oh my goodness me, that's a fantastic goal. We got broken on, we got broken down, and Mamush with the goal. Grimaldo plays a lovely ball over the top there into Florian Wirtz, who does control it nicely. Looking for that back post run. Look at that. Look who's there. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, we've equalized. Frimpong ghosting in at the back post, and it's a goal. That could have been amazing. But look who's there yet again. Just keeping the pressure on the opposition. Wirtz this time, he's ghosted in behind. creates that cutback chance. Nobody's there though. And we've put it there and we put it wide and oh my god, they've blocked it. Beautiful ball. We're just going to square it back into the central zone. And they've come away with it yet again. Grimaldo's there. We are piling on the press right now. The press, the pressure. The goalkeeper's there. Clatters it away. Just plays it back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper looks to find a quick pass into one of the centre backs. He will look to find a pass into Granit Xhaka, who does find a lovely ball into Frimpong. And I am seeing a little square pass in. He has squared it. And Florian Wirtz is there to tuck it home just before half-time, taking the lead. And we have been the definition of dominance. Okay, so at the break, we have got around 57% possession, so that does need to go up a bit more. We have had moments where we've really done a great job in looking after the ball, but we have had other moments on the flip side of that coin where we've not been that great with the ball. We've been fairly careless. We've tried the audacious through ball pass that's led to a turnover, and that hasn't been the greatest, thing. They've scored with one shot, by the way. That is crazy. But anyway, we've had 4 shots. They've had 1. We've got 2 goals. They've got 1. Expected goals of 2.2 compared to their 0.3. So Mamush really did rattle that one home with a very low expected goal from that. Anyways, 72 passes compared to just 49. 11 tackles to 3. And then 2 tackles, 1 to just 1. 5 interceptions in their favor to just 3 for Bayer Leverkusen. So we've had around 65 successful passes. A lot of those passes have been in that final third area with the attackers in and around those zones. Now we do need to see a bit more from the goalkeeper, from the left centre back, and we will also be changing the tactics, switching to the Bayer Leverkusen number 2 setup, having Wirtz dropping a bit more central, looking to combine with the likes of Garcia and Xhaka in those midfield areas, and having a wide right overload for the second half. Okay, switching things up here, we're still going to be playing a 3-4-2-1, but we will have Wirtz as that focal point, that chief facilitator in the midfield zones. And they've given that as a free kick. Mamush set to take it. This is not looking great though, because it's in a really good opportunity, or it's in a really good area. Step over, they're going to play it short. So shot, it's blocked away, and it's led to a goal. Oh my god, I cannot right now. Great stop. That is outstanding. That is another outstanding pass. Oh my god, Wirtz, you absolute gem. What an eye of the needle pass that was. Simply outrageous. The defense is here. We've lost the ball. We've lost the ball again, and it's a great save from the goalkeeper. Oh my goodness me. Into Boniface. Boniface links it up perfectly. Terrier making that outside run. He's done so perfectly. Squares it into the hat-trick hero Frimpong. He always poses as an attacking threat for Bayer Leverkusen. He's done so in this game for us. Good ball into Martin Terrier. Martin Terrier looking to collect it. He's got so much space, open space in front of him. The defender's coming over. Oh my god. Okay, they've got another free kick here, and I don't like it again. They've gone with the short pass yet again! And this time, goalkeeper gets gloves to it. He's not deceived by any deflections. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did I do that? That is completely my fault. Oh my god. Anyways, we go on. We win the game 4-3. 2 of those goals were so avoidable, it was unbelievable, but a hat-trick for Frimpong nonetheless. So the second half does see our stats decrease ever so slightly in possession, at least 50% to each side. We had an expected goals of 3.6 to their 2.9, so you can definitely see in the second half they did step up their game. They tried to impose themselves a bit more. They had, I think, 8 passes less than us. We had 26 tackles compared to just 7 for Frankfurt. 7 of those tackles won. Sorry, did I say 28? I meant 26. But 7 of those tackles won, 2 saves from the goalkeeper, and then 1 save for Frankfurt's keeper as well. So, not too bad, not too shabby. You guys will have to let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts and opinions are of these tactics. And yeah, anyways, until the next time, until the next one, I hope you have a smashing goddamn day. I'm out of here. Peace.